Thank you, gentlemen, very, very much. Next, let's have a look at how autonomous IT impacts the broader channel. Dialing in from the road, we have Rob Rae, CVP of Pax8.
Thank you very much, James. Very happy to be here today and participate. Obviously, really important time in the managed services space in all of our spaces, going through another influx of change. This whole idea of going from managed services over to AI, what we're calling managed intelligence. Um, Managed services is changing again. That's something that's been really consistent in this space for pretty much since I've been here for at least the last couple of decades. It's always changing. There's always a new wave. There's always something else for us to be thinking about as far as different products and services that we're going to be able to deliver to our end users. We've seen this throughout the course of time where we went from being resellers to managed service providers, and then we started implementing cloud solutions, and then we started implementing cybersecurity solutions, and now AI or managed intelligence. I mean, it's coming. It's something that's inevitable, but there's a bunch of good news stories that are here. The small medium business market globally has never been bigger. It's never been growing any faster than it is right now. IDC came out with numbers last year that says that the total addressable market for small medium business IT is it's over $700 billion US dollars. That is actually higher than the enterprise space, which is something that has never happened in the history of sales, much less sales in the SMB and IT space. So there is more business to be had. There's also more SMBs out there than ever before. As we see AI evolving these businesses, as we see AI replacing jobs in the enterprise space, these people are starting small businesses. We're starting to see small businesses be able to compete on the enterprise level without having to invest in as much as what enterprise businesses have had to. So there's more small businesses, and they're spending more than ever before. There are numbers that say that there's 40 million small businesses out there in the world right now. And if we think that arguably 90,000 MSPs, that means that there's 440 small businesses for every MSP that's out there. That's pretty good business because there's not many MSPs that are servicing that large of a market. So more business to be had, more money to be had, more businesses to serve, and AI is only going to add more and more to that. So how are we actually going to transition? And one of the things that I think that is really special about this space is how much we actually work together on things, not just MSPs to vendors and vendors to MSPs, but how much MSPs work with MSPs. And this journey here with AI isn't going to be about tools. There's lots of things and different aspects that we need to think about, different than what we've had to do traditionally in the past. The good news is that things like cybersecurity, for example, started changing the way in which we interact with our end users. We started being more consultative. We started working better with them and looking at more outcomes as opposed to just selling them another tool or adding margins and selling them tool. AI is going to be a lot about that. It's going to be about business outcomes. So, as an MSP, as vendors that serve MSPs, we have to start thinking in many, many different ways, like how are we going to buy technology? How are we going to sell technology? How are we going to position it? How are we going to ongoing manage it? How are we going to make sure that there's recurring revenue moving forward? Are we going to be building solutions or are we going to be brokers of solutions? And both of them are also acceptable, whether you're finding agents that are pre-built, very similar to what Acronis has been doing and what we've set up in our AI store, or are you going to be building these on your own and actually selling these customized agents to your actual end user. So there's a lot going on from that perspective. All good conversations, but all conversations we have to have. We at Pax8 have been investing quite a bit into this journey. We've been asking our vendors and working with a lot of our vendors to start investing in this actual journey to help our partners move this along and be relevant and continue to stay relevant. And I mentioned our agent store already. I'll bring it up again, but our agent store is one of those places where vendors can actually put pre-built agents or some of the AI technologies that they've innovated and created. And Acronis is one of the leading vendors in that actual space with us. So the timing is absolutely really good for you to start looking at and venturing down into these types of services that we're all offering. So just to wrap this up, there is no doubt that we are in the middle of a shift in way in which we're all doing business, a shift in a way in which we all engage with our end users, even the way us vendors engage with you as the managed service provider community. The good news is more business than ever before to be had, more money is being spent. than ever before. And I think that we've all been prepping for this journey in one way or another through strengthening the relationships that you have with the small business community, strengthening the relationships and the maturity of those relationships, where you've become more of that trusted advisor. People are actually coming to you for business outcomes as opposed to just tools. So we're all ready for that journey. I think that there's lots of great opportunity for us to learn. And we're all on different parts of that learning journey right now. You just got to stop and pay attention and look for support in that actual space. But it is there to be had. It's there from your vendor partners like us, and super excited to be part of this journey. And James, I'll turn it back over to you.